Okay, question 7 asks you to find the missing number. So I asked you about finding gradient. So the thing to remember is we're drawing the axes. It's telling you between the points 0, 2. So x that way, y goes that way. So x is 0. So it'll be somewhere up on the y-axis 2. So it's about there. 0, 2. And it's saying that the next point is at 1, something. We don't know what the something is. So the x is 1, but you don't know roughly where it is. What it is saying, let's just, I don't know, make a guess. It's saying that the gradient, the slope, is 4. So what that means is that it'll be a gradient where it goes along a certain value and then up a certain value. So that value going, let's call it across and up divided by across equals 4. That's the gradient. And the way you work out what's the across and what's the up is the change in the x and the change in the y. So we know the x goes from 0 to 1, and we know that the y goes, well, from 2 to we don't know. So what that gives us is, if the answer we know is 4, the x is always, the change in x is always in the bottom, because gradient equals, I think in the book it calls it rise over run. So we know the run, which goes across, is 1. What we don't know is the rise. We do know that the y goes from 2 up to something. So the something minus 2, all of that, the gradient is 4. So something minus 2 equals 4. If we go over the bottom bit, it's just a 1. So something minus 2 equals 4. The something must be 6. So what that means is that the something there is 6. So that's using what you know about gradient to work out missing values. And then the rest of them are very similar. Question 10 talks about why a line with that gradient is steeper than a line with this gradient. So one way you could work it out is saying, well, 7 over 11 is more than 3 over 5, because the bigger the positive number, the steeper the line is. Another way we can look at it is that the run over rise. So with this one, the the run is 11 and the rise is 7. And for this one, the run is 5. That's all. It's always the y difference over the x difference over 3. It's probably not an easy way to do it unless you actually work it out in decimals. But yeah. So yes, it is true that 7/11 is bigger than 3/5.